Hello everyone, it is time to feel the power of Windows 10, and that is not using the GUI. We want to use the command prompt. So let's check it out. I can either right click on my start button, or I can use the Windows X keystroke, and we'll see, what? Windows PowerShell? Well, Windows PowerShell is replacing the Windows command prompt in our current Windows 10 builds. But if you want your command prompt back in this little menu right here, this is how you do it. We're going to right click on the taskbar, go to Taskbar Settings, and here in Taskbar Settings, we're going to have this option that's currently set. Replace command prompt with Windows PowerShell in the menu when I right click the start button, or when I use the Windows key followed by the X key on the keyboard. I'm going to turn that feature off because I want my command prompt back. From there, I'm going to close this taskbar. And now, if I either right click on that start button or use the Windows X key, check it out. Command prompt and command prompt admin, which is the administrator, which is administrator privileges. So we're going to just start off here, and I'm going to use the command prompt option. Now, if you don't like using this right click on the start button, or if you don't like using Windows X, you can always open a run box, which is Windows R. And with the run box, you can just type in cat, mouse, dog, which is CMD. Those three letters, CMD, hit enter, and it opens the command prompt as well. There's many ways to go about it. Either way, we are here in the command prompt, and if the font isn't your size to be able to view this easily, or you don't like the window and the coloring, we can modify this command prompt that's loading up. I can right click on our little bar at the top here for a command prompt, and I can click on defaults. And this is going to be changing settings in the future for whenever I open up a new command prompt. I can change things like the basic options for cursor size and command history. I can even go into things like font and say the 24 size doesn't work for me. I want 28. We can change the font type. In the layout area, we can change the window size even for a command prompt. And lastly, I've got a colors tab where I can even modify the background screen color, the text screen, you name it. You can make this towards any type of movie that you like with scrolling text, but you can customize. But utilizing these defaults that we're modifying is not for our current screen. It's for any new command prompt we load up. So I've increased the font size. I'll click OK. My window does not change. But if I were to open a new command prompt, which I will do, check it out. Larger font size, larger window. So we're going to work here in this command prompt with our larger font size, and let's chat about it. In my command prompt, we can do different type of commands for deleting files, renaming files, moving files. I can even use this thing to reset account passwords and change system settings on my computer. So we're going to get started to figure out what type of commands are out there. And one of the first ones I like is the help command. You don't know where to begin? Just type help and hit enter. When I hit enter, we get this huge list of commands that are possible. And it's something you gotta scroll through. Well, there's a better way to go about it. I can type help, and I'm going to use the pipe command, which is my shift key, followed by the pipe key, which is right below the backspace key on my keyboard. And then I can type the word more. And instead of seeing one massive list, when I hit enter at this time, we're going to get a page by page output of all those help commands. Not just one list, but I can see one screen full of help commands followed by more. I can then hit spacebar. It gives me another screen output of possible commands followed by more. And it's a nice screen by screen output for all the commands possible via that help command. So the screen output is done. We're at the bottom of it, and I'm back to my prompt. Now, what if we kind of wanted to take a look at cleaning up our screen? We've got a lot of stuff that have been outputted on it that we've been bouncing through. I want it to be clean. I can use the CLS command to tidy up my screen. With CLS, I can hit enter and check it out. It clears off that screen and it's nice and tidy again. Now, another thing we could take a look at is how to abort out of a command. For example, if I use that help command again, followed by our pipe and more, and there's a space right there between help and pipe, I can hit enter, and here we are inside of this output. If I want to get out of this output, I can use the Control C key on my keyboard, Control and C, and it'll actually abort that command and take me back to my prompt. This is very useful when you're inside of a command that's currently executing and you want to get back to your prompt. Now, if you want to see all the commands that we've been utilizing inside of your history buffer, there's a couple ways to go about it. There's a command that'll print it to the screen, which is DOS key space / history, and it'll output the commands you've been using. Or there's another one that's more fun. we can use the function F7 key on your keyboard. With that F7 function key, check it out. It pops up and shows the commands you've used previously. And I can just use my up and down arrows and scroll between them. And then what I can do is just hit enter and it will execute that command. Like I'll hit enter on CLS, bam, and it enters it automatically for you. So get comfy and get out of that command prompt. New command for you. Instead of just clicking the X, you can type exit. So type exit and hit enter and it closes your command prompt. Here's my other one, exit and enter. And have fun inside of this command prompt. Get comfy utilizing, experience it, because we're going to go deep into the command prompt and utilizing it for our files, folders, and system settings.